I never thought of it as a career actually, seriously. It was always a dream. It was always somewhere at the back of my head. But because I was in school and then I was in college, I was doing my graduation. I was doing theatre. I was doing some performing arts, some fine arts. I was always interested in that. I was doing music. Professionally also I did music in the UK. I was a serious sportsman. I played a good level of cricket. I played about 3 seasons for South Glamorgan Premier League. So I was on the move. I was always taking center stage. I was always doing either art or sport, or both together. So it was always at the back of my head that cinema is the place that I want to be. I didn't know in what capacity. Maybe I didn't realize it overtly. But then over time, I think I drew closer to acting, and then I thought that what is the one thing that I can't live without? What is the one thing that I'll, even if I what is the one thing that I'll not get? I would regret not trying. So I thought that was trying for films and becoming an actor. If I didn't try, then I would regret it all my life. So I wanted to give it an honest shot. I want to give it all I've got. And thankfully, those efforts and God's blessings and the prayers of my family and everybody, I am fortunate enough to be sitting here and talking to you. Can't say actually. I mean, well, it's a number of things. I was assisting Prakash Jha at that time. I was trying to learn the craft behind the camera, process of how a film is made. So I met the producer in the gym one day. I didn't know that he's a producer. He didn't know that I'm an actor. We met casually. We exchanged numbers. We weren't in touch for about a year and a half, in fact. Then one day, when he had this script, he called me up. He found my number from somewhere. I changed my number. So he called me up and he said that I have a picture of your old portfolio in my WhatsApp. That was my display picture at that time. So come to the office, I want to talk to you about something. So he saw that I'm kind of still close to the image that he had seen. And that was really the character that he wanted. So that was, I mean, I was extremely lucky that this happened, and then he made me meet the director. And then eventually everybody was on the same page that physically I look like the character. I have the face that is required to play Shamu, but I didn't have the body. I was extremely muscular. I looked like an action hero, they said. I walked in a macho manner. So I had to kind of work on that for a month. I lost about 6 kgs of muscle in a month, and because we had to start shoot, so I didn't have an option, and it's now or never, right? So I did that, went back to them, and then they said, you're ready for it. So then I went through a series of screen tests and readings and costume trials and the works. And finally they called me one day that my contract is ready and I should come and sign it. So that's how it happened, and I'm still pinching myself. My role is basically of this young boy who is the son of a halwai in Agra. He's not interested in studies. He has failed 3 times. He is a dreamer. He daydreams, he romanticizes everything he sees. He likes to, जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं, तुकबंदी करता है. He likes to write poetry. He has a bunch of good-for-nothing friends who massage his ego. He has a doting mother who encourages his daydreaming and his poetry. He has a strange relationship with his father. I mean, they both love each other, but they're just so sarcastic that it's funny. And that is the kind of character that I say in the film. I mean, it has to be me, right? So it was 1st of April, April Fools, and we were starting our biggest sequence of the film. तो अगले दिन होली का गाना शूट होने वाला था, and everybody was in a very serious mood because we'd been shooting for 50 odd days, and I said, यार कोई April Fool क्यों नहीं मना रहा किसी को? बड़ा अजीब है. So I waited till the day ended, and after that there was 3 days of continuous shooting for the Holi song, which is a really big and expensive sequence. So I messaged from somebody's phone that Harsh ka pair toot gaya, usko hospital leke jana hai, at like 11 in the night, to the producer. And I'm glad he didn't die. So he came to my room running and saying ki kya ho gaya, and he was palpitating. And then I did a bit of a dance for him, and I was like, April Fool, bro. I was like, aisa mazak mere saath kabhi mat karna. So that was fun. That was a big prank that I pulled off. And I was always high energy, joking on set, extremely focused though. I never let it affect my work. But I think we were all in good, high, happy spirits. कुछ शायरी मैं बोलना चाहूँगा. I think मैं दर्शकों के लिए बोलना चाहूँगा कि काश आपकी सूरत इतनी प्यारी ना होती, काश आपसे यूं मुलाकात हमारी ना होती, सपनों में ही देख के दम भर लेते हम, फिर आज यूं मिलके ये बेकरारी ना होती, काश आपकी सूरत. I love the music of the film. I think it's amazing. I'm so lucky to have this kind of an album in my first film. Also because I'm very close to music in general. I love music. It's like my lifeline. So it is really reminiscent of the good golden era of A.R. Rahman, Mani Ratnam style of film and music and lyrical poetry, so to speak. So I think I'm extremely glad to have such songs. I keep listening to them, and everybody is liking it, thankfully. I'm very happy. Such a tough choice because there's such good songs. Ishq Hai, I love Jigariyaa, the title track. Holi song is amazing. It's grand. It's got big percussions and big arrangements and melodious. Really beautiful. There's this other very nice song called Mora Rangdar Saiya. It was like, Mora Rangdar Saiya, Mora Dildar Saiya, Mora Pehla Pyar Saiya, Tu Hai. It's very nice. Oh yes, I'm extremely humbled by the response that I'm getting, especially from the people in the industry. In fact, Mr. Rajkumar Hirani saw the trailer and he was shooting somewhere else, but he took out the time and recorded a video and sent it to me. And wishing us all the best and telling us how he loved the trailer and how he's very proud of me. So I was extremely touched by that. And then Mr. Rohit Shetty, he came for our trailer launch, and he was all praises for the team. So I'm extremely thankful to everybody for showering such immense love.